Hello everyone, and I am happy to say that we made it until week 6. Now, well done and keep up the good work, because it is going to pay off at the end and you're going to be a very successful psychologist soon. Now, let's talk about the statistics. In week 5, we talked about the logic and the steps behind of the hypothesis testing. And in order to learn all the steps and what is critical value, what's the probability of observing what we have observed, or even more in the direction of the alternative hypothesis, what is null hypothesis, what's alternative hypothesis. These were the ones that we talked about on week 5. But the thing that was not realistic was, in reality, we never take a sample of size 1. We always have a sample of size n, and then to give some treatment of our interest to the sample and draw conclusion about the whole population. Now, if you remember, we said that for psychology students, we believe that psychology students are cleverer. So what did we do? We take a sample of size 1, get the IQ score, and then see where is it in the normal distribution with a specific mean and a specific standard deviation. Now, for this week, in week 6, we are going to talk about the sampling distribution of sample means, because in reality the comparison distribution, remember, the comparison distribution is not the distribution of the population of individual scores, but it is the distribution of X bars. Imagine that if you take a sample of size 10, get the mean of it, it would be X bar. All right? So when we want to do a hypothesis testing, we take a sample of size n and then get the mean and standard deviation of that sample and look at the position of the standardized score of that sample in the distribution of the sample means, not the distribution of some individual scores. So the distribution of the sample means has got the mean the same as the population mean, but the standard deviation of X bars has got the population standard deviation divided by square root of the sample size. Now, for the example we are doing in this lesson, we are talking about the effectiveness of a new stress reduction method. And we know that in the general population, the stress level has got a normal distribution with the mean of 40 and standard deviation of 10. Now, we say that, okay, if I have one individual score and the stress level where be X observed value be equal to 25, do I reject or accept the null hypothesis? So treatment has no effect would be for the null hypothesis, and the treatment will reduce the stress level would be your alternative hypothesis. All right. How about if I take a sample of size 2 or sample of size 10 or sample of size 25? We are going to investigate what will happen to the comparison distribution as the sample size changes. And then all the steps of hypothesis testing will remain the same, but only the comparison distribution will have a different standard deviation. Looking forward to see you on our lecture on week 6. Thank you.